I'm introducing Fred Capell. He hires me once in a while to come over and help him get his cattle in. In the years past, he used dirt bikes and his kids and whoever he could get to help him put the cattle in. So I was just wanting to talk to him a little bit about the difference in his cattle now. I feel they're not as wild as they were in the past, but we'll let Fred talk a little bit about the cows. How long have you had cattle, Fred?
Well, I'd say probably about 30 years, you know, about as long as I can remember. I've always had cattle around, and sometimes quite a few, quite a large number of them. You know, it was many times we had 50, 60, 70 cows. So it was quite an effort to do anything with them. And we've really kind of avoided doing anything with them because to get them into a corral and to you know, keep them under control was kind of something you never knew what was going to happen. You never knew how long it was going to take to get them in or whether they were going to stay in, and so it was kind of a once or twice a year event that we'd gather them up, and they were wilder than March hares.
I remember when I met you, I don't know, it's probably been 6 or 8 years ago now. A friend of mine introduced us, and we went over with some horses, and we were going to catch your calves and doctor and vaccinate them and stuff out in the middle of the field. And I remember then it was almost like going to a circus. I had a pretty good time there, and I got to talking to you finally and told you, you know, that I think there's a lot better way to do this, because your cows were, like you said, it was like chasing deer. I mean, they were everywhere. They never stayed together. So we got them caught that day. It took us a while. I think there was 3 or 4 of us on horses, and you had them in a 100-acre pasture or whatever. And we finally got them in the corral, and we roped them all down there and doctored and vaccinated them and whatever we had to do. And we kicked them back out. Some of them went over the fences. We got them back in, and after we were done, I talked to you a little bit about it, and you was telling me the ways that you got your cattle in before. And I told you I thought we could change a lot of this and make life a lot easier and a lot more fun to work with the cattle. And I think since that time we've accomplished that. We've got a video here that we'll play with this, and I think I got your cows in that day, and it took me 20 minutes probably with my dogs, and it was kind of hard to get them in that day because we brought in a different herd. We brought in 11 other cow-calf pairs and mixed them with your cows. So
we always managed to be successul, but it wasn't something that was very easy or that we looked forward to. I've got a number of kids, and we would try to take them away from their normal activities and get them all out there. And sometimes, like a lot of kids, they'd be scared of the cows, and so I'd be shouting at the kids, and you know, to be brave and stand up to the cows. And sometimes we'd have, I'd say, if we had about 6 people, we could usually get them to go the direction we wanted. And then we learned the motorcycles. We got on motorcycles or dirt bikes or something, and that helped a lot. But still, you know, we planned on it probably taking a half hour, and we'd have to wait till the cows got a little bit tired and had you know, run back and forth enough times so that they would finally decide that it was somewhat to their advantage. If they're going to get a rest, they better head toward the gate. You know, it just wasn't anything we did often enough, so the cows got used to the idea that this was regular activity. And I know one of the differences it's been since I, you know, kind of discovered how you did it, Marvin, is the fact that we felt like, well, we can take care of the cows more often. You know, we can, if something needs to be done, instead of putting it off and or not doing it at all, you know, I think it probably takes us 10 minutes now with your help to get them all in the corral, and the cows get used to it.
Right.
To them, it's not their memories are not good, but they, you know, they kind of remember, well, we've done this before, and nothing too bad happened to us, so.
Yeah, that's the thing that I see with the cattle now at your places. They're not wild like they were. You know, I go there with the dogs, and they'll usually get in a herd, and, you know, within minutes we've got them in the corral. Where when I met you, it was like, you know, getting them in the corral was hard enough, like I said earlier, but keeping them in the corral was even harder. And now we get them in the corral and we run them through the chutes and lanes, and it's not near as much hassle, and it seems to be a lot more fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it certainly made a difference with me, because now I can plan on it only taking a few minutes, and I don't have to call on, you know, anyone's help except yours.
Yeah, you don't have to hunt the kids down. yeah, I know that feeling. That's the way it was here before too. You know, it was a lot of hassle, and now I can go out with well, I've got 6 or 8 different dogs. I can go out in 10 minutes and have what few calves or cows I might have on the place in the arena or in the corral. With yours, you know, like I said before, is getting your kids together when you need them. You know, that's the hard thing. If you want to do it Saturday, then the kids don't want to do it Saturday because they got plans, and, you know, trying to get them over there to help you. And then when you get them there, like you said earlier, you start screaming and hollering at them to move here and do this and do that. And so I think life's a lot easier with the cattle dogs and getting them in that way.
Well, I think they also, you know, one lesson the cow learns real quickly is the limitations of a human being. You know, we don't move very fast, and we don't bite very hard. And you know, once they get the idea that the dog is capable of making them uncomfortable, and no matter how fast they can run, the dog can run faster and get in front of them, they quit trying.
Yeah.
And when we were doing it, they you know, they just knew that they could get away with a certain amount of unruliness, and they took advantage of that knowledge.
All right, well, Fred, well, I appreciate your time, and I'm glad it's all worked out like I said it would in the start. So I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
You bet.